Evolutionary psychology offers a fascinating lens through which we can examine human behavior, particularly mate preferences. This field explores how our evolutionary history shapes our present-day tendencies. Mate choice, a fundamental aspect of human behavior, is deeply intertwined with our evolutionary past. By understanding the forces that have shaped our mate preferences, we gain valuable insights into the dynamics of human relationships. Evolutionary psychology posits that our minds, like our bodies, have been sculpted by natural selection over countless generations. Traits that increased our ancestors' reproductive success were more likely to be passed down, gradually shaping our species' psychological mechanisms. Mate preferences, crucial for reproductive success, have been significantly influenced by this evolutionary process. The desire to find a desirable mate is not merely a product of our modern culture, but is deeply rooted in our evolutionary history. Our ancestors faced challenges related to survival and reproduction, and those who possessed traits that increased their chances of securing a mate and raising offspring were more likely to pass on their genes. Consequently, we are the descendants of individuals who possessed successful mating strategies, and our own preferences reflect this evolutionary legacy. Understanding the evolutionary underpinnings of mate preferences does not imply that we are rigidly bound by these ancient forces. However, by acknowledging the influence of our evolutionary past, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of human mate choice and the enduring power of evolution in shaping our desires. The idea of erasing sex differences in mate preferences, while appealing to some, faces significant hurdles when considering the biological realities ingrained in our species. Our evolutionary history has resulted in distinct physical and physiological differences between men and women, shaping their respective reproductive roles. These differences in turn have influenced mate preferences, making their complete erasure improbable. Bateman's principle, derived from studies on fruit flies, highlights the disparity in reproductive potential between males and females. Males often have the capacity to fertilize the eggs of numerous females, while females are limited by the number of offspring they can produce and rear. This fundamental difference creates varying levels of investment and selectivity in mate choice for each sex. Parental investment theory further underscores the biological basis for differing mate preferences. Women bearing the higher burden of pregnancy, childbirth, and often childcare tend to be more selective in choosing mates. They prioritize partners who exhibit traits indicative of commitment, resource provision, and paternal potential. Men, facing lower obligatory parental investment, may prioritize different qualities, such as fertility cues and signs of reproductive viability. While these biological realities have exerted a significant influence on mate preferences, it's crucial to acknowledge that they do not dictate our every desire. Human mate choice is a complex interplay of biology, culture, and individual experiences. However, understanding the deep-rooted biological differences between the sexes provides a foundation for comprehending the consistent patterns observed in mate preferences across cultures and time. Erasing these differences entirely seems unlikely, given the enduring influence of our evolutionary history on human behavior. While evolutionary psychology provides a framework for understanding general patterns in mate preferences, it's crucial to recognize the nuanced and multifaceted nature of human attraction. Reducing mate preferences to rigid stereotypes ignores the vast individual variation and the dynamic interplay of factors that contribute to our desires. Men and women, while exhibiting some broad differences in preferences, are not monolithic entities. Individual personalities, experiences, and values play a significant role in shaping whom we find attractive. A man's preference for a partner with strong domestic skills might be influenced by his upbringing in a family where such skills were highly valued. Similarly, a woman's preference for a financially successful partner might stem from her own experiences with financial insecurity. Cultural influences further diversify mate preferences. Societies around the world place varying levels of importance on specific traits. In some cultures, physical attractiveness might be paramount, while in others, family background or religious compatibility might take precedence. These cultural norms shape our perceptions of what constitutes a desirable partner, highlighting the dynamic interplay between biology and culture in shaping our desires. The toxic tetrad concept, often used to criticize evolutionary psychology's perspective on mate preferences, presents an oversimplified and misleading view of gender dynamics. This framework, which emphasizes traits like competitiveness, status-seeking, emotional inexpressiveness, and promiscuity as inherent to men, ignores the complexity and adaptability of human behavior. While evolutionary psychology recognizes that men and women have faced different adaptive challenges and developed somewhat distinct psychological mechanisms, it does not endorse a view of men as inherently toxic or women as passive victims. The toxic tetrad concept relies on harmful stereotypes and fails to acknowledge the vast variation within genders and the capacity for individuals to deviate from these exaggerated portrayals. Furthermore, this framework ignores the crucial role of culture and socialization in shaping behavior. Societies that promote gender equality and challenge rigid stereotypes often see a reduction in the expression of traits associated with the toxic tetrad. This highlights the malleability of human behavior and the importance of considering both biological and social factors in understanding gender dynamics.